И сейчас у нас будет 10-й сезон. Вступил 10-й сезон. Я сейчас нахожу в Спринге, и сейчас посмотрим нашу гонку. Игровое поле. Так, ну что, 10-й сезон, ребят, 10-й сезон. Вот, и наше игровое поле мы получаем значок «Провидец» с трассы ракеты, и дальше у нас тут какие-то традиционный питочный бокс. Чё к чему? Так, ну, давайте посмотрим, что это интересное. Здесь это опоры. Так, мы теперь, у нас новая валюта, это марки, то есть мы за марки должны обменять на какие-то интересные плюшки. Так, мы сейчас к этому делу разберемся, вернемся. Сейчас посмотрим, у нас, что у нас, какие награды есть. Какие топовые награды. Какие миллионы договорный союз. Боже мой. Ножки здесь. Так, что дальше? Что говорится? Прошу прощения. Так, это что у нас? Стальная бочка пит. О, звучит. Данила? Ага. Так, что у нас там? Ух ты, сколько здесь у нас селективный ранец. Так, это что у нас? Тренинги для печи. Костюм. Вроде ничего. Ладно. Так, посмотрим, какие испытания нас ждет. Испытания, экспедиция в Питер, держание популяции. Я сейчас нахожусь в Спринг. И теперь мы заходим. Тут у нас есть... Что это у нас? О, стимулятор. Отлично. Так, а это кто? Подсадник? Тут мобы. Отлично.
The responders have an outpost in Flatlands.
Just scratched my chassis on the way in.
How was that settled? Did Miss Rucker have any other requests I could...
Need to do a bit of shopping? Look no further than the refined goods and excellent service provided at the White Spring Mall.
Go on, dear. You know I'm...
Так, я так понимаю, что здесь заходит просто торговый центр Вайспринга,
Nothing else.
а здесь уже происходит... О,
Sophie's starting her donation drive today.
The lovely Miss Wagner's charitable efforts. Yes, I hadn't forgotten.
Oh, and Esme's got something going on in the kitchen she could use a hand with.
Well, I shall certainly see what I can do about that. I'm sure I can arrange some assistance in these matters.
Refined and decadent. Don't listen to any names.
ух ты, да тут все оборудовали, сделали склады. Так, что тут? Знаешь? Так, ну, здесь мы верстаки, я так понимаю. Гости наши прекрасные Орландо, где руководство.
If you'll pardon me for just one moment, that will be all. Please give my regards to Miss Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that our regular resort activities are temporarily unavailable. However, if you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf. Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The White Spring is now home to the refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The refuge is being run by the responders, individuals committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to people in great need of help, food, medical care, clothing, all of these are available for those who need them.
Так.
Anyone in need of help?
Да, если можно с помощью находчивых было получить, чего обычно наши гости
Less bedraggled than those poor souls. Armed, the refuge exists primarily to serve those who cannot help themselves, the starving, the sick, the homeless. There is a clinic, a kitchen, beds, recreational facilities, all manner of care to be found here. I'm so pleased to be able to assist in my own small way, of course.
Хорошо, ладно. Так, дальше что у нас?
Of course, dear. The owners of the White Spring itself. The resort, hotel, golf course, all of it. Very much still alive, I assure you, though regrettably unable to oversee affairs in current circumstances. As such, now that we have new guests, they have sent me in their stead to take care of things as needed. I couldn't be more pleased to do so. A delicious opportunity to be of help and meet fascinating people such as yourself.
Да.
Darling, I am entirely at your disposal.
Так, как так получилось, что начался еще жил?
Darling must understand, a place like the White Spring had, indeed still has, very wealthy people behind it. As was always the case, the truly wealthy had advantages the common people, such as you and I, lack. As for the White Spring itself, the staff of top-of-the-line robotic servants, security, and maintenance allowed it to weather the worst.
Так.
No, not by any prior arrangement. Perhaps you visited us before. I must apologize for the state you found it in, if so. Regular operation of the facilities had been stopped, of course, due to a lack of guests. Only the robotic staff remained. The responders, believing it abandoned, took up residence, a completely understandable occurrence, of course. New and worthy occupants, the management felt it wholly appropriate that it find a new purpose, and sent me.
Короче,
Until such
тебе
time
все
as the world
понятно.
of leisure resorts again, the White Spring is happy to support the refuge. Of course, dear. What can I do for you? What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you. As it happens, The responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort.
Дебилы,
Those
ну.
industrious wonders have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourself. You might be just who they're looking for. Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger, but it does appear to be for a good cause. They call themselves the Union. Something of a resistance movement, I understand. One of their representatives is currently staying with us, a Mr. C. Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Imagine if we all had... Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance and helping them. That other thing, of course, being the ultrasight battery cells, which fuel the vertibird. Ultracells, if you prefer. In an ideal world, darling, I'm sure they would. I don't want to speak for the responders, but I believe your assistance with their more immediate concerns will ensure every... Why, from me, of course. Rather, from the management. When management heard the responders were restoring the vertibird, they provided the ultracells, and I suggested them to... Per management instructions, I distribute a quantity to certain... Management feels this encourages collective decision-making, rather than stockpiling. I'm sure they'd be willing to part with them in exchange for your aid. I could not possibly speak to your experience, dear. All I can tell you is that the management provides them. I might wager that whomever was behind the ultracell you discussed... Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader the refuge has. Though you can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, and Ms. Wagner, over in the common area, is looking for donations. I'm sure your generosity will be well rewarded. Wonderful, my dear. When you are finished with each of them, I recommend you speak with Mr. I imagine he'll want to discuss the situation in the pit with you before you embark. Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you wish to chat. I have an office in the management wing. You can't miss it.
How are we going to accommodate so many guests? They aren't even paid.
Вот как они оборудованы. Ё-моё.
You ain't around those raiders.
To access his
Nothing
car.
to do with you.
God damn.
There's a lot of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
I heard there's a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
like you could lose some weight.
Обмен марками, получается, есть.
Try a sherry, grape, or orange.
If you're caught out and about with no place to go, the responders have an outpost for violence.
I should check if those Blue Ridge folks carry letters too.
If you need a bed for the night, I'm sure Orlando will find a place for you.
Так, есть мы тоже.
Can't believe we got a bird.
Bonjour, my name is Esme Rousseau, but most people around here know me as Chef Esme. We've had some representatives from Foundation and Crater come here seeking assistance with the recent influx of refugees. I thought that we could help them out by providing some food for their people. I've started a pot of venison and potato stew, one of my newest creations. Would you be able to help me finish it? How wonderful! I can't wait to whip up something delicious for everyone! The stew requires potatoes, venison, salt, black pepper, and carrots. The ingredients can be found in our storage area. Your job is to grab the ingredients and put them in before the stew burns. Super! Let's have you start by stirring the stew, which will help keep it
There's
from burning.
times you've got to accept the cards you
Remember
were
to
dealt.
continuously stir
the
during
best
the
of it.
cooking process.
Robot butlers?
Так, еще должны пойти на склад и...
Wonder why they call it the pit. Probably better I don't have to know. Here to lend a hand, or 'cause you need a hand. Either way.
И где мне взять на складе? А, помешать рагу? Ой. И что должны делать? Э,
Fantastique! Let's get the first of the ingredients and prepare them. You're looking for carrots, potatoes, and the pièce de résistance.
и где мне его найти? Так, на складе. Так,
There's no problem too big to solve.
а тут что-то есть?
You hang around those raiders.
Э,
Nothing to do with you.
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday. Aren't there more important things to worry about? If you see anyone struggling out in Appalachia, be sure to tell them about the White Spring.
где мне?
Something that needs to. If you're caught out and about with no place to go, the responders have an outpost that lasts so much. These robots sure make my
Может,
job
они
easier.
где-то вот тут вот они?
Flash of this.
Э,
Perfection.
Please, have a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
помешало.
I wouldn't want to be Rucker. I never thought a single person could be spread so thin. Don't bother talking to that person from the radio. Nasty.
А где брать-то?
Orlando is very charming. But
Найти
to be honest with
корзину.
you, I'm not really sure why they're helping us. I was out scavenging for food earlier. I only got attacked by Scorched once.
Так. А, во!
If you hang around those raiders, I want nothing to do with it. This bloodleaf aioli really elevates the mirelurk meat.
There's no problem too big to solve.
Где корзина с тошкой? Что, не берется, что ли? Соль, вот, вижу. А что не могу взять? И перец тут.
My friends didn't want to join up with me. Said the responders sounded like teenage boys. I wonder what they're doing now.
How about we captured some food earlier? Only got attacked by Scorch once.
Always make sure to boil your water before you drink it. Sorry, I'm not much for conversation. Allison talked my ear off.
Не поняла, поняла. А как мне это взять? Тут же перец черный. Где тошки эти все? И морковка. Кайся. Это...
I hope you get some death claw meat soon. Its tenderness is magnifique.
Can't believe we've got a bird. That's a step up in the world if I've ever seen one.
Check in with the medics if you're feeling under the weather. Folks don't join the responders for cats. They join to make a difference.
Это соль.
If you ever find yourself in a bind, you can always call on us.
Короче. А, блин, провалила. Ну не нашла я.
Please have a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
Really use a drink, but Rucker wants us sober on the job.
Need anything?
Ain't broke? Then double check. Well, seems like timing is one of your strong suits. Look, I can stitch up a gash with the best of them. But Appalachia, well, she can do a lot worse than cut a lot of folks here with sickness we don't understand. What we need more than anything is know-how. So I've heard you're looking ahead into the pit. And the only safe way out of Appalachia is that metal birdlet. And what keeps her in the air are those ultrasite cells Orlando. So, that's the deal. You bring back medical information that'll help me figure out how to help these folks, and I'll get you all the juice you need. Hope you don't mind a trip over to Cranberry Bog. Can the responders count on you? Nice. Well, let's get to it then. Anything you're able to find, go ahead and bring it back to our lead medic. I'll let her know to look for you. Good luck out there.
I heard about what happened in Watertown.
Helping
Orlando
people
is
our
very
chief
charming,
The cool uniforms are just a nice bonus.
I'm not really sure.
No mouth in Appalachia will go hungry with Chef Esme around.
I heard there's a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
for your patience. Today, security status is red. Please take appropriate precautions.
That miscreant from Crater scratched my chassis on the way in. How rude!
Так. Ого, как они тут устроились. Ничего себе тут база у них. Не узнать.
Watoga Emergency Medical Service is here to help. Speak to our friendly automated receptionist grid.
Что ж, будем искать медицинские исследования.
Watoga Emergency Medical Services is here to help. Speak to our friendly automated reception for assistance. Watoga EMS is currently experiencing long service wait time. We thank you for your patience. Watoga EMS thanks you for letting us help you today. We are here to use top-of-the-line medical technology. Help is on the way. Please check in with our automated staff and we will be with you shortly.